Good morning friends, I am Amresh and today I am going to take some AWS concepts, classes of AWS concept. So I just started the AWS Associate Architect and I am not given the exam yet, but I wanted to share my knowledge, so that's why I am creating this video. So without wasting the time, let's start. So before we start, let's understand some basic concept about AWS. So there is when we talk about AWS, we have to understand the infrastructure of AWS. So there are reasons. So what is reasons? Reason is nothing, it is just a location, geographical location. AWS just chosen a area and given the name like Sydney, Virginia, US West, and these are Tokyo. All these are regions, and in these regions there are multiple availability zones. These availability zones are nothing just data centers, and these data centers are interconnected as very strong connection. Let me show another picture. These are the regions and these are the availability zone, and there are another more. In this we can clearly understand the region, and these are the availability zones, and each availability zones are connected with each other with very low latency fiber optics connectivity. So this is the earliest data. This is not a recent, so it nowadays it increases towards it will be more. So I don't know exact what is the number of regions and availability zones right now. So and these are edge location. We will discuss in another session it. And let's start. So let's go with in console. This is the Amazon login console. We have to first create an account of AWS. AWS provides us 1 year free tier in which we can use limited amount of cloud, but it provides a free. So I have created already, and my free tiers also expired because I think it is more than 1 year. So let's oops, what happens? My connectivity is slow because it is India. Sorry for inconvenience. So this is our list of all AWS services. In AWS Architect, we are going to understand these services. We cover this compute, and then this storage, S3 EFS Glacier storage gateway, and the data center databases, and the networkings and migrations, management tools. We does not cover the almost we will cover. These are not these topic are not coming AWS associate architect. So when we talk about AWS as an infrastructure, cloud computing as an infrastructure, the basic building block is ec2. ec2 means elastic compute, cloud compute. This is the short form of elastic cloud compute. Oh, it's annoying sound. Yeah, I can't help it. Okay, so let's start with ec2. ec2 is just a virtual it is a, when we call ec2, it means we are going to create a virtual machine, nothing else. So you can say this is my dashboard. This is the summary of all resources what I am using right now. So I am using 0 running instance. There is no instance are running right now, and dedicated host with that is also 0, no volumes, and one key pair to connect the instance. Let me explain further in later. The 0 elastic IP address snapshots, there is 0, and load balancer, security groups. So let's launch an ec2, means virtual machine. In AWS, virtual machines, running virtual machines are called instance. So in AWS provide lots of images, operating systems. These images are called AMI in Amazon machine image. This is a sort of form of Amazon machine image, AMI. So we can find out whatever we know. There are all OS are available in this list. So let's see, there are 3 categories. If we go my armies, you can create your own armies also. These are marketplaces armies. The different providers give their own armies, and there are community armies. So we can see that the Amazon army, CentOS community army, Debian, Fedora. We can also choose the architecture 64-bit or 32-bit, and these are the root device type and instance store type. I will explain this. So let's quick start. Let it simple as we can. So I like this Amazon army. So let's start. 64-bit I am selecting. No. So these are the family of instance. So in general purpose, these are the volume types, and these are the sizes, and we can see that it is only these instance are available in free tier. So I will go with this. So understand the instance type. Let me explain. Sorry. Yeah, you can see that general purpose GP2. It contain technology SSD, provisioner IOPS, it also SSD, and then the throughput optimized ST1 magnetic. It is not used as a root volume because it is too slow, and it is called STT SC1. It is also magnetic. These are the too slow We can see 1 GB to 16 TB. We can take this volume, and this is from 4 GB to 6 TB, and this is from 500 GB to 16 TB. These are the maximum input outputs. So 10,000, it support 10,000 input outputs, and it is up to 20,000. and maximum throughputs are 160, 320, 500 MB and 250 MB. The properties are, these are the main things according to exam preparation. 3 IPS per GB, burstable up to 3000, for max 1 TB, means it will go up to 1 TB, and 1 TB it can provide 3000 IPS. So maximum throughput is maximum input outputs per second is 3000 if we take 1 TB, and it is a consistent provisional performance up to 50 IPS per GB, means 1 GB it gives 50 IPS. So if any application required more input output per second, then you can prefer this type of instance. And this is the throughput optimized. Both are the similar ones, only difference is 500 and this is 250 max input output, and the max throughput is 500 MB and 250. So let's go in this console. So I have selected this free tier configuration. So next I need only one instance, so there is a one. I will explain this later. These are, let it keep as it is. There are we can create a different VPC. There I will choose the default VPC and let it be as it is. So let's go next. Now it is root volume. We can change the size of root volume. Let's take 10 GB. We can choose also this general purpose, provisionals and magnetic. I have shown you that I have another ones also. Yeah, this is in more detail, so you can recognize which volume you want to prefer. So you can take a screenshot. So let's go ahead. So I have marked, if I mark in it, when I terminate my instance, the volume also delete. So for now I am not selecting it. Next, these are the tags to identify the instance. Let's suppose we have 200 instances, so it is difficult to identify the instances with category. So I am taking one key value name as my first instance. Okay. We can also add more tags for, suppose we have 200 instances and I want to keep 50 instances in production field, so I can add a tag production and then the value of that. So if I so that whenever we have to find that instance, only we have to write the that production value, then automatically it will come up in the console. So security group, we can create security group or we can use existing security group which I have created recently. So let's create a new security group. So security group is nothing, it is just a firewall. When we create an instance, there is no firewall inside that instance. So AWS provide an external firewall, that is security group, which is managed by AWS. So we can use so initially SSH is accepted here. I can add a suppose HTTP port 80 when the source where we want whole world. So let's start. It is describing my details, what I have chosen, details of the instance. These are the storage, 10 GB of root volume, general purpose. The tag are my first instance. Let's launch it. Yeah, we can create a new key pair, or we can use existing key pair. So let me check out first. I have kept my I have that key which I created earlier. So I am going to choose the existing key pair. So let's launch. View instance. So we can see that my instance is launching right now. It is in pending status. So as it come in a green status, so I will log in into that instance. This instance. It will take time because initially it will take time. Okay, we can check these are the details of my instance. This is my instance ID. This is public DNS. We can use this as a login, and we can also use the public IP. It is private IP of my instance. This is my availability zone. You can see there are several regions. If I choose North Virginia, oh shit, this is very slow. If we choose North Virginia, then it shows only that instance which is created in North Virginia region. So you can see that there is no instance because I have created only that Oregon region. So let's go in Oregon region. Now for logging into this, I will going. Let's go in terminal. I hope you can see that. So let's copy that IP address. There is a default user, that name is in every Amazon Army instance. When we create an instance from that Army, there is a default user name ec2 user. Let's give the path of that. So yes, we are in that Army. You can see that I am in that Amazon Linux Army. I can yum install update. It is already updated. No, I have to go for the root permission. So root priority sudo Yes, now I can run whatever you want. 28 MB. What is the speed here? Wow. Let's start install http and service restart yeah. So I have just configured HTTP server, HTTP page, so we can check that it is running or not. So let's go in my Firefox and copy that IP address. You can see that Amazon Linux Army test page, the welcome page is showing there. So my instance is running perfectly. Now the questions are suppose we don't want to use key to log in, we can also do that by SSH configuration. So let me show. We have to first create the password for the root user. So Red Hat, putting Red Hat. Now Vim. Okay, there is no Vim. Let me install Vim. Okay, Vim is already there. We have to just make some changes here so that we can directly log in. So we have to change here permit root login and where is that password? Yeah, password authentication should be yes. That's it. We have to restart the SSD service. Yeah, it is fine. So let's try. Now I am in my computer. So SSH root @ and the IP. Yeah. Wow. We can hear. So we are decreasing the. So we have done, and what is rest? But I can show you. Now you can see that there are different options. We can stop it, we can reboot it, we can terminate it. If we can stop and start, then the public IP will change, and if we reboot it, only the public IP will not change, and if you terminate, then the instance will delete it. It will delete we can also create the image from this army by changing some configuration, you want to save that configuration, so you can create your image. So I think it is enough for today. For more I will make some another video if it is successful. So thank you all. Bye bye.